So good.
Warriors all over the world.
Yeah.
It is Captain Canada. No, it's uncanny. What's up, y'all? I didn't label this correctly, but I got a good topic for you guys today, directly from my son. Okay, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. That's the topic. Look, we got people in the house, y'all. Let me show y'all everybody. Josh, turn around. Say what's up.
Why are you still awake?
Oh, there's Jackie. There's Josh's grandma. Everybody's here, y'all. Yeah, this is live in Mighty Networks. Live in Mighty Networks. Yep. And the reason why I did that's because today the topic is it's no big deal. That's what my son told me yesterday. It's not a big deal. And I was like,
see, smart kid.
I was like, okay, What's up, Mika? Yeah, that's the topic for today, guys. It's no big deal. So here's the story behind that, right? My son, I bought him this little couch, like a little couch that fits him, right? And I'm like, dude, okay. He's using crayon. He's using crayon and he's coloring on his couch. And so I look down, I'm like, dude. And he's like, Dad, it's not a big deal. I was like, okay, let me process this. Let me think about what he just said, how he said it. Okay, I was like, you know what? He's right. He's absolutely right. I mean, the couch is like this little blue thing I got off of Amazon. It's a nice little cool like fold down that folds down into a bed. Little tiny little couch thing, right? It's not a big deal, Dad. It's not a big deal. That's what he told me. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me, dude. You've got to be kidding me. Now I'm thinking like, okay, I'm about to go live. There's people here. And I'm like, Kev, they're here and everybody's here and it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, man. It's great. It's great that people are here. We appreciate that. And that is part of why we're able to do what we're able to do is because of people. So with that being said, y'all, think about some of the stuff that you be tripping on. Okay, just really think about some of the stuff you be tripping on, and think about if it's a big deal or not. Is it really a big deal? Really process that. Okay, so let's correlate it to what we got coming up. Okay, we have the 120-day challenge coming up. January 3rd. Me and Jay are going to talk about this on tomorrow's call. So make sure you be there. Tomorrow's call at 10 o'clock. It's a big it's a big call. And I think Jay's going to go over a little bit of crypto, but then we're going to go over how to get prepped, how to get your mind right, how to get your mind ready for the 120-day challenge, right? So it's like, all right, here we go. This is what we're about to do. And so with that being said, I want to kind of go into the multiple times that I've been in the 120-day challenge, right? It was not perfect. It was not a perfect system, okay? I've been through the 120-day challenge multiple times. Yeah, I had to. Really? Okay, it's not a big deal, but I mean, come on, guys. Come on. All right. I've been through the big deal. This is gonna be on YouTube later too, so all right. I've been through the 120-day challenge like 4 times so far, and I have not executed perfectly. I have not gone through completely consistently every single time. There are like days where I fell off. There's weeks where I fell off, like 1 or 2 weeks where I'm like, I just couldn't get myself together. That's okay. It's not a big deal. What's important is to get back in stride. That's the important part, because what you do is if you make it a big deal, you're like, oh, I fell off, and oh my God, and I'm such a terrible person. I can't never get myself together, and you cry and you do all of that stuff. You're gonna slide down a razor blade and land in the alcohol river. Just saying. That's one of my favorite analogies from this movie called Juice. But look, that's technically the truth, okay? If you beat yourself up over a minor trip up, It's literally the equivalent of walking down the street. All of a sudden, there's a little bit of pavement that's above on the sidewalk, and you trip over it. If you sit there and be like, "Oh my God, come on, what? Oh!" Think about how silly that looks. Think about how silly that would look if that was you doing that. It's like, no, no, no. That's the equivalent of going through something that you're in a brand new process of doing and you slip up. It's like, dude, okay, just fix it. Just be like, oh, it's okay. It's totally fine. You don't have to beat yourself up for days or for hours or for weeks of just something that is a new process for you that you're trying to implement. Okay, just make sure you get back up. Make sure you get back on the bandwagon or get back on the horse or however you want to say that. That is what the most important part is. That's what my son helped me to realize. And I was like, whoa, what else is not a big deal that this 5-year-old kid just told me drawing on his couch is really not a big deal? Because it's really not. And I was about to trip on him. And it's like he freaking Neo'd me, man. It's like he saw it and he just was like, Pop, no, it's not a big deal. I was like, what? He's right. He's right, though. He's right. I'm like, dang, wow, what a lesson, man. What an impactful lesson. So really, really try and think about the different things that you go through in your life, in your timeline, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Please try not to make a big deal out of certain things that you know don't have to be a big deal, but maybe subconsciously you want to dive into the negativity because you don't want to do the work. Or, I mean, I've been there. That's the only reason why I'm saying this stuff. It's like maybe you, like, okay, for instance, like when I used to call in to work, it's like I'd have a runny nose. Oh, I'm so sick. Oh my God, I'm so sick. I'm just like, dude, it's not a big deal. Like, take some NyQuil, you'll be straight. But I didn't want to go to work, so I was making it a huge deal, right? It's like, come on, Kev, get yourself together, bro. It's all right, man. It's all right. And that's what it's just his demeanor and the way he said it. It was like just punch me in the mouth. Like, oh, okay. All right. And that's what we got to do with ourselves, y'all. We got to check ourselves sometimes, man, because sometimes we're so addicted to negativity and we're so addicted to drama that we don't even realize it. We're just ready to, and it's like, dude, okay, you want a dopamine rush. Try and figure something else out. Go into a different realm. Go do some push-ups. Go do a workout. Go do some sit-ups. Something else, as opposed to wasting your time and energy on yelling about something that really doesn't matter. That's not a big deal, right? It's like my daughter is really showing that. My daughter freaking literally, I promise, she waits for me to change her diaper to go to the bathroom. And I'm just like, this girl. It's like, come on, man. I'm like, okay, her diapers. I'm in the process of me like getting her ready. I'm like, now I'm like doing it with lightning speeds. I'm just like, she's gonna poop again. It's fine. It's like, it's totally fine. Just change it again. It's not a big deal. It is not a big deal. It's not, man. She's going to poop again. Like, she's going to, just because it didn't take as long as I wanted it to. She didn't sit in a clean diaper for hours. Who cares, Kev? Who freaking cares, dude? Like, for real. Like, seriously. You're gonna run through diapers. What are you trying to do? Save diapers? Like, you're gonna donate them later, or are you gonna throw them away? Like, are you gonna get use out of them, or are you gonna, like, come on, man? Like, for real. It just helped me to really, really realize the stuff that I'd be tripping on, that it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, man. That is the key phrase. I'm going to put that up here after I edit it for the YouTube. It's not a big deal. It's going to say that on there. It's more comfortable when it's clean, daddy. Yeah. No, it's dead serious, dude. Like, I totally understand that, Mika. Like, it is. But what I'm saying is that I'll just change it again. Like I'll literally be like, nope, she pooped again. Nope, she's gonna sit in it now. She just gonna have to sit a couple hours into it because I'm not freaking about to change it again. I just changed it. It's like, dude, what? Really? Like just change the freaking diaper again, man. That's all you gotta do. Just change the diaper again. And then if she does it again, just change it again. It's gonna eventually stop. It's gonna eventually stop. Like it has to at some point. It's not just gonna keep going and going and going. It's like, okay, you use 2 diapers in this time frame of 10 minutes. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, man. He blew my mind, man. There's so many different things that I'm like, why have I been tripping? Why haven't I been tripping on certain stuff? Why? When it's really not a big deal? Is there really a point in me wasting my energy when I can convert that energy and put it into something productive? Instead, utilize that energy to put it into something you like doing, or something you are striving towards, or reading, or meditating, something more beneficial, as opposed to wasting your time yelling about something that isn't going to change. Her diaper isn't going to magically change and become clean because I'm sitting here like, oh, come on, you pooped again. I just changed your diaper. Like, waste of energy. Total waste of energy. Like, just change it. Boom. Get it done. Let me see. Brandon said, cannot sweat the small stuff. It is not a big deal. It's exactly what I needed to hear this morning, man. Hey, look, I'm telling you, Brandon, if you would have saw my son, dude, like the way he said it and everything, dude, it was so classic. I'm like, I need a camera to record this dude, man. He's the truth, man. He is that little dude is the truth, man. I'm like, this man is teaching me so much all the time. It's so funny. Like, it's not a big deal, Dad. And I was like, he's freaking 50 years old talking to me like this, dude. Oh man, it was so great, dude. It was so great. I have to tell everybody in the house. I told my mom, I told his mom, I was like, this is what dude told me. And we all were just rolling. Like, what? It was so funny, man. But it was like, I was like, that's what I'm talking about tomorrow. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Because I've been making a big deal out of stuff. And yeah, I got to get control of myself, man. So what is it, y'all? What is it? Think about it. Think about in your life, what have you been making a big deal out of that really isn't that large of an issue? You know, your spouse or friends or partners or whoever it is, their small imperfections. You know, we all got stuff that we do that's probably annoying. Is it a big deal? Probably not. You know what I mean? Let them be them. And it's fine. I mean, I probably do annoying stuff all the time and I don't even know. People just don't want to tell me. I don't know. It's like, look, oh yeah, oh man, the chores, dude. It's like, it's just accepting that, because Cool messes up my room every single day. Every day. He's just like, yep, I'm going to turn this room into I don't know. It's like his kingdom. He just comes in. First of all, he doesn't even knock. I have to tell him to knock all the time. He busts through the door. He's like, Dad, what? And then he's just doing all this stuff. And I'm just like, yep, I'm going to have to clean up again. Like, just accepting it. It's like dishes or laundry. Like, you're not going to get away from that process. You're never going to get away from that process. Just understand that. Like, for those of us that do our own laundry and do our own dishes and everything, like, you're never going to get away from that. Okay, so just do it. Lately, I haven't had to, but I've been in that situation before. But I'm just saying, like, recognize that it's not going away. It's not going away. It's always going to be there. Just accept it, embrace it, and just roll with it. Like, okay, this is a process in my life that is going to be never ending. There's just certain processes that are never going to end, and you got to just be okay with that. Because if you don't, you're going to make a big deal out of it, and it's still not going to do nothing. You're going to waste energy on being upset at it, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be there for you tomorrow or a few hours from now. Like, it's the same thing, dude. It's not a big deal, man. Oh, man. Now, what I want to highlight is that you can use that same mentality for actual large stuff, for things that are large. If you adopt that mentality for things that could possibly be warranted as a big deal, and you say, you know what, it's not a big deal, let me just process this, that can also benefit you. It can calm you down faster. It could help you to be more peaceful in certain situations. Like if you adopt that type of mentality, and I'm not saying take advantage of, or I'm not saying, you know, let people take your kindness for weakness or anything like that, because I'm a firm believer of not doing that. Everybody should be held accountable for their own actions. Now, that's going to work itself out. You don't necessarily have to do things, but if you got to cut somebody off. You know, I love the Jordan Peterson quote that I just heard not too long ago recently, where he was like, it's a Bible quote, actually. It says, don't throw your pearls before swine. And he was like, what that means to me is that if you're helping someone and it's not helping them, stop helping them. Like, just stop. Like, just cut it off. Like, it's dead serious. If you giving somebody a bunch of money and they still are treating you like crap, like, cut it off, dude. Stop doing that. Like, it's not a good thing. It's just not. You have to draw the line somewhere of where you make sure you're not enabling. You can't enable someone all the time. You do have to be like, yo, you got to be accountable for your own actions. So if you're in a support role to where you are a very supportive person, and you're like, okay, hey, I'm supporting them over and over and over again, then at some point you got to cut it off. At some point you got to cut that off, y'all. And that's even now, I'm seeing my sister's kids grow up and how they are behaving. So I'm future projecting, okay, so once my son gets to a certain point in his life, then I'm gonna decide to treat him like this based off of his behavior, right? So it's like, if my son is totally taking advantage of a particular type of situation, I'm going to cut him off because he's going to be accountable for his own actions. That's biblical as well. It says each one will carry his own load. That's how it works, y'all. That is literally how this thing works. You can't, try your best not to enable, because it's not benefiting them. It's not helping them. It's not helping that individual to really see what they're doing to themselves. How they're just taking advantage of situations and people and things and all of that stuff. You do have to sometimes be like, I'm done here. I'm sorry. I want to help you. I want to help you, but I am not going to enable your behavior any longer. That is over. I'm done with that. And it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, man. It's not a big deal. It's just something. It's just part of the process. It's just part of us learning. It's part of us growing. It's part of life. All right. All of that stuff is. I was talking to Jay yesterday. I was like, you know what, man? I was getting a little. I think people get it kind of twisted with the Jesus and he's turned the other cheek type stuff. It's like you kind of almost think like, oh no, I'm supposed to always blah blah blah. But I'm like, dude, in the Bible, it was clear cut times where God was like, yo, y'all need to do this, and if you don't, it's a wrap. Like, it is over. So it's like, if we're made in the likeness and image and we're supposed to imitate that, hey, it's like, do not enable, otherwise it's going to get worse and it's going to continue. So just really think about that, y'all. Just really think about that. It's not a big deal. All right. If you trip up in the 120-day challenge, please remember this. Nobody's perfect. If you slip up, just get back on the horse. Okay. Just get back on. That's all you got to do, is make sure you focus your mind to be like, okay, all I have to do is get back on the horse. That's all I got to do, is get back to that one recap and then get my consistency going again. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, because the main objective is completing it. That is the main objective. That's why a couple of lives ago with one of my motivational talks, it says stop yourself from stopping yourself, because you're the one who stops yourself. Nobody else, nothing outside of you. It's always us. It's always us who stop ourselves. That's the main thing. It's like you will be like, oh, I can't. Oh, they're looking at me. Oh man, nobody, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Nobody's really paying attention to your recaps. Okay, we try our best to be supportive and all of that, but it's really just a self accountability system, y'all. That's all it is, man. It's like, they're gonna see that I fell off for a couple weeks. No, man, they got their own problems. They probably fell off already too. It's like, don't worry about that. Do not worry about that. That is something I'm really gonna hone in on, man, because I actually struggled that the first time that I went through. I was like, oh my God, and then I was almost falling out. It was stressing me out, man. It's like, no, dude. You forget, try and post it the next morning. Move on. Keep the consistency. The goal is completing the mission. Complete the mission, complete the 120 days. That is the end goal. Okay, the stuff in between in that timeline, it's like, whatever, man. It's not a big deal. The goal is to complete it. It's 120 days. Once you commit to going through that entire process, make sure you make it through 120 days. I don't care if it takes you, this last time that I went through, it took me like 4 months, which is over, or no, it took me like 6 months, which is over 120 days. It's way over 120 days. It took me 6 months to complete it. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's okay. It's all right. It's not a big deal, y'all. Just complete it. Just make sure that you go into there and you're on your 120th day and you can say, yes, I accomplished it. I got it done. Because if you're in a race, you can't just walk off. You can't be in the middle of a relay race and trip and fall and then be like, you know what? I'm just leave. I'm just going to the sideline. Like, I'm done here. They look at you like, what the heck? You got to finish the race. What are you doing? Even if you super last place, right? So just think about that, y'all. Straight up. Like, it's really, yeah. Let me see. Brandon said the apple doesn't fall from the tree, far from the tree. I see this is my son daily. He is also 5 years old. I think like wait, what? Oh, you say that all the time. Okay. Sorry, I can't read today, y'all, because my brain is messed up. But yeah, man. All right. So yeah, we got a couple minutes for any questions or anything like that, y'all. Please, if it behooves you, shoot me a question. What do you have questions about? All right. What is going on? Do you have anything that you want to ask me personally? If you want to ask me where I got this shirt from, I don't care. I got it from Johnny Canuck. Christy, how's Cupcake? Cupcake is doing a lot better now, actually. She's doing a lot better now. She's sleeping a little more through the night, which is good. So that's been a process, because obviously I'm way more lively, right? I'm getting a little more sleep, which is good. So because not getting sleep that's just not a fun process. All right, that is not a fun process. But she's doing very well, growing and doing all of this stuff. And her mom's freaking, look, I'm gonna show y'all a picture. Yeah, her mom is tripping, dude. Her mom is drawing on her face already, like doing this crazy stuff. And I gotta show y'all this picture, because I was like, what are you doing? But hey, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Look at this. Can you see that? How she drew eyebrows on her, dude. This is so I was like, what the heck, dude? Oh man, because she doesn't have eyebrows yet, obviously, because she's 6-7 weeks old, and so her eyebrows haven't come all the way in. But we passed. So she gives her to me at a specific time frame when I get home from work. And it's like, it's the trade-off. She's been having with her all day, and then she like, okay, look, it's your turn, give me a break. And so I give her a break, and she hands her to me like that, dude. I was like, you have got to be kidding me, dude. Like, what is going on here? What is going on? I'm just like, yep. And Cool was actually crying. He was like, I want to wipe it off. I want to wipe it off. He was probably scared. It was crazy, dude. I was like, what is going on here, man? But yeah. It's fun. It was a very interesting day we had yesterday, man. It was tripped out. But yeah. Yeah, you guys want to, you know what? You want to ask Jackie a question? Jackie's here. Jackie's here to answer questions. I'm putting people on the spot. Josh is here for questions, y'all. What do you got? If you have any questions, we got about 6 minutes to go, y'all. All right. What do you got? Come on, man. Ask us some questions. Ask us some questions. Yes.
Oh, Christy.
Yep.
Who's on here?
Christy's on. Let's see.
Got Brandon.
Yeah, we got
Is it last
Dustin, Mika,
Laura.
Ashley, Lassie, Julissa,
Jenna.
Laura's on, Jose,
Biggie! I love Biggie.
Biggie, Zach, Jenna, Eric.
Yes.
Eric was just on the workout too. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Christy. Yep, that's who's all on. Let's see. How did you make it out of Canada, Josh?
With magic.
We can't talk about that.
with magic. With straight magic.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm not actually here though.
Yeah. Okay, Brandon said, how many times did you guys go through the 120-day challenge?
Twice.
1.5. I have yet to finish my second time. But guys, you should be proud of me. I have this entire week, I made a goal to get up at 4:30. Guys, I've been, ever since doing my calls and stuff like that, I've been going to bed late, like 12, 1, 2 a.m. So this week I was like, all right, we're flipping the schedule. So I've been going to bed at like 8:30, 9:30, and then I've been getting up at 4:30. And I made it here.
Yeah.
Barely.
Every day.
Yes.
Barely, but you did it.
But hey, for Jackie, being here, it's like the 120. Just complete the 120. It's just be here. We don't care if she come in mid-workout. Just being here is the goal. And she's been stringing days along like nobody's business. So yes, we are proud of Jackie. Yes, just getting it in. Yeah, y'all. But anything else? Anybody else got questions? Warriors rise all day, man.
Here we go, Brandon.
Yeah, my 5th one, I was on day 88, man. I totally fell off. And then John was like, we're going through the 100. We didn't even talk about it. He was like, me and Kev are going through the 100. He's telling everybody that we're going through that. I was literally just going to leave it alone.
Yeah.
I was going to totally leave it alone for the next year. And he's like, nope, January 3rd, we're kicking it back in. I'm like, oh, crap, dude. So, yep, we're all restarting January 3rd, John. So.
Be crazy.
On and pop.
I gotta start before then.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is my thing, guys. This is my thing, and like, I'm glad you guys are doing January 3rd because anyone who's like, well, yeah, I'm starting January 1st, you're lying to yourself because like you're staying up super late, December 31st, and there's no way that you're like January 1st, you're like on the ball. But for me, so it's a good thing it's 2 days after. That way you're kind of like, all right, like I'm set in, like it's new year, now I can start. But for me, I want to get the ball rolling before the new year. That way, like my momentum's at its height. And so that's why I'm like, all right, this week we're starting. That way I give myself like those weeks to like get it going.
That's a good strategy too. That's what we try and help you guys with. That's what we promote, y'all. We're like, yo, do it your way. If you want to start early and you get the ball rolling for the January 3rd thing, just start early, straight up. If that's how it helps you to be able to at least string that consistency better, man, start now. It's totally cool. Yeah. So it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, man. It is not a big deal. All right, we got some people typing here. What we got? Send us the questions. We got 2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes to go. Let's see what kind of questions we got, y'all. I know. I was like those guns, man. Like, he's got those guns.
You don't want to finish yourself.
Ooh, snap. Oh, snap. Calling me out on the line.
No. I'm cold up in here. I'm gonna cover myself.
It's a little chilly. Oh, well, we got 1 minute left, y'all. I don't know who's typing, but that's it, y'all. We came to kick it with y'all. I'm not finna sit here and be like, this is my live, guys. Get out of here. Everybody shut up. Get out. It's like, not a big deal, man. I'm throwing everybody in the mix, too. And making everybody uncomfortable.
But yeah. I don't know. I thought somebody was getting ready to type something, but it's all right. So yeah, for the YouTube people that will see this later, click the link below. Join the 120-day challenge. All right, and go see the gear. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Totally easier to keep the ball rolling than to start from square one. Yeah, nothing to ask though. You're doing a great job. Thank you. You're doing a great job too. Last man, you're freaking on the lives all the time, dude. So he's on the workouts all the time, y'all. So, but yeah, that's how we do it, y'all. But yeah. So for the YouTube people, if you haven't subscribed to the lifestyle channel, subscribe to the lifestyle channel. All right, subscribe to the crypto channel if you're into crypto, and go to 3twarriorlabs.com and watch for the gear, y'all. All right. And then look out for 12/20/21. Big drop. All right. Love you guys. Oh, and remember, we can only show you the door. It's right there. We can only show you the door. It is up to you. It is up to you to walk through it. All right. Anytime. Jack Attack.
Crom Josh.
Crom Josh. We are out.